Hello, Kai. I thought you could use some company up here. Is it all right if I join you for a while?
Sure, suppose so. Can't let it get too quiet up here. Holy shit, tail's gone!
Hello and welcome to this deep dive into the music of Arctic Awakening. When I first saw the game, it just had such a gorgeous art style, and what really grabbed me was this brilliant blend of elements, equal parts Alaskan wilderness survival story and sci-fi adventure. And the contrast between these elements got me thinking about how I would represent them both with music. So I started the score not with notes but with instrumentation, building a palette of sounds that could represent the wild and elemental forces of Alaska, and at the same time the high-tech modernity scene in the industrial installations of the game. So I wanted to show you a few of the more unusual instruments on the soundtrack, and this lovely little thing is one of them. It's a chirango. It's a Andean guitar of sorts. It's found in Peru and Bolivia, and to me it sounds like the wild places of the world, especially the mountainous regions. So here's another instrument I'd like to share with you today. It's the mando guitar, and you can think of this as a soprano guitar or perhaps a guitar in mandolin range, and to me it sounds like crystals and ice. Okay, Night Frights, something a little more spooky. Man, I love game audio, making music for games, so creative, and I want to show you something I had a lot of fun with here. So I've got some tonal stingers for you now. So these are rhythmically locked events that I can trigger, and they are used in the game as a positive feedback to the player they've done something that they need to. So in this scene, Kai is outside of the aircraft at night and he's trying to scare away an intruder. So he's going to use a burning branch to wave in the direction of this stalker and hopefully scare it away. Before that, I want to show you something that's really cool up here as well. So Alfie, it's the first time Alfie goes into lantern mode. So Alfie can actually light up like a flying torch, and it's the first time that he proves himself to actually be somewhat useful. And it's a brilliant part of the scene because of all the shadows that his moving light in the environment casts. It's super spooky. So let me just show you what happens when Alfie lights up.
Hey, Bear, get out of here. We got no food.
It's so cool. Okay, so now the tonal stingers. So as the player waves the branch into the darkness to scare off this intruder, they hear the tonal stinger to say, yes, you've done something right. Here it goes. What's super cool about that is it's the music that's providing the feedback, not a sound effect, but something actually in the soundtrack itself. Here's the final one. Let's go ahead and trigger this one here. Super cool.
Go back inside while I keep watch.
All right.
Okay, Vista View. This is something a bit different. Dynamic filters on the two synth lines in this composition. This is really cool. So what we're doing in this composition is we're going to track, basically in the scene, the position of Alfie and Kai relative to the edge of a cliff. Below is a big reveal. And so as Alfie moves toward the cliff edge, we hear this. If he comes away from the cliff edge, we hear the filter come down. And then as Kai moves towards the cliff edge, we hear this. Really cool. So it's louder, the filter's opening, so then we'll put Alfie all the way toward the cliff edge. And finally, we're also tracking the head position. So when Kai actually, or the camera position I should say, so when Kai actually looks down beneath him and sees the big reveal, we are hearing this.
Don't keep me in suspense, man.
I don't suppose your power plant has a giant satellite dish on it?
Giant what now?
I think I just found what needs that power.
Oh, this is quite the discovery.
Hang tight. Gotta be some help down there.
So I hope you enjoyed the walkthrough today. Thanks for tuning in and watching. I really appreciate it. If you want to find out more about the music for Arctic Awakening, you can check out joffwinks.com or arcticawakening.com.